All right, guys, we're at the Lower Hall River Natural Area. It's part of the state park system, but it focuses on conservation, preservation mainly. The Hall River runs through here. Just below this area, downriver, is Lake Jordan. We'll be hitting that on a later trip. But check this out. You got what we're going to highlight today is fishing. We're going to do some fishing on the river a little bit. There's a old pedestrian bridge we're getting ready to walk across from 1922, the Bynum Bridge. And right here is part of the old cotton mill that used to operate here. There's remnants of it, I guess, because look, check it out. People have spray painted and stuff, but what do you think?
Pretty cool to see.
But yeah, the Bynum Dam is still up. We'll show you that. And then there's a mill race. The old cotton mill operated. They have a nice parking lot now out here. They built 2 parking lots near this area. So that's all new. And then down here is some parts of the mill. The old lot, or is that the new lot?
Brand new lot.
So see, there's a lot we parked in, but there's a lot back here too. It's changed a lot over the years. There used not to be these 2 nice parking lots. We'll show you those. And yep, I see some more of the mill. You're gonna see wooden critters in Bynum. That we saw a few wooden critters that this guy made in the driveways coming in. You'll see some. Unfortunately, the guy, his name's Clyde. He passed away Christmas Eve of 25. He was born on April 1st, and he passed away April 24th of 25. They have Clyde Fest down here still. As far as I know, they're still gonna have Clyde Fest in his honor. He made these. We'll try to show you some of those, but he made these wooden critters out of a chainsaw art, and he was well known for that out here, and often gave them away for free for people who couldn't afford them. And then he sold some. But believe it or not, look it up, Bynum, North Carolina. Look up Clyde, look up critters, it pops up. He's got one of his pieces of art is in the Smithsonian.
That massive snake in the tree.
And we have a snake in the tree. Whoa, we just came across a snake. But look that up. His art's in different museums, but here.
Yeah, I thought that was a snake at first.
Y'all see a snake? That's a black snake, he's harmless.
Big though. Climbed into the tree.
Check that out. Get him this side. He's harmless.
I know, but holy.
I wonder what kind of snake that is, guys.
Rat snake.
Is it a rat snake?
I think so.
Woo! What do you think, guys, about that snake? Looking at him, he's still here hanging. He's probably as long as me. So I mean, I don't know.
No, probably about to waist.
He's definitely, because he's long when he stretches his tail to his head. See,
yeah,
it's wrapped up.
It is pretty long, but I wouldn't say no 5 foot.
Then as you walk this little area, see, we have one video of this place. My daughter went with me. We did some kayaking with the Hall River Kayak Company, but that was a while back before these lots were made. But I don't know how to get down there. But this area was, you can see how it's kind of gated over there. There's a footpath that comes down. There's a nice lot. We parked at the other lot, but as you see, they built restrooms down here. Old bench. That's been a long time. See that nice parking lot, guys? That's the upgrade that's been done over the last several months. And they got beautiful, yeah, nice parking lot. And some bathrooms have been built. Water fountains and bathrooms now out here. And then over there is what looks like nice field right here. And then you're going to see, I don't know if this is remnants of the pump station or what, but the cotton mill, there's several mills along the Hall River, just like there are at the deep river near where we live. And then when we get up here to this pump station, we'll show it to you. There you have it, folks. A pump station, I guess. Is that a random high school tiger? Probably not, but still. They had to put fencing up to keep people out, but they have put fencing up here. But we're watching where we step. And then you can tell that this is the pump house. Now that we can look at it better. Here you go. And then that's the mill race, I'm assuming. The old mill race they built. And then they would route water through here, and they had a, turbine. But that's the old mill race, guys. It runs up through the bridge there and into the Hall River. That's what's left of it. What do you think, man?
That's pretty cool.
You see that mill race out there?
Yeah.
On the other side of this, it may not pick up well, but there she is, the pump house. How it would route water through. And then the mill race will go back into the back side of this mill race will go back into the Hall River. So yeah, we recommend you guys coming out to the Hall River, Lower Hall River natural area. It's just not as famous as like a Lake Jordan State Park, but it's down below this is Lake Jordan, and you'll see occasionally you'll see eagles out here, and the natural area is like 1,300 acres out here, but it runs on both sides of the Hall River. And then of course you got your paddle trail. The whole Hall River, people can take kayaks and have paddle trips out here for miles and miles and miles and miles. But they're trying to create a hiking trail system too. So we're going to experiment and see if the hiking's any good out here. We're going to keep it light because we hiked a lot yesterday. That video is going live, I guess, in about a week or so. We completed the Warrior Trail. That was hard hike, the last of it. But check this out, guys. That's part of the mill race coming through. And then of course that's a nice parking lot. The rest of the mill race, and it goes into the Hall River. In the distance out there is Bynum Bridge. We're going to hit that and walk it next.
Found it. Secret boat launch.
There you have it, guys. You can take your kayaks and launch it here from this parking lot that we just showed you, right near the pump station. And you walk down here, you can fish this. There's the Hall River. There's an island over that way. And then that's the, going in that way is kind of like the mill race. Goes back up in there. But this, what a cool find. The river trail, what it starts to look like from this parking lot right here. All right, guys, we're gonna go to Bynum Bridge.
Yep.
It's now only pedestrian. It was 1922. It's made out of pretty much concrete. It's on the historical list, landmark list now. So let's go check that bridge out. But every Halloween they have a big thing out here. You carve your own, you come out here, carve pumpkins, and they line that bridge, both rails, with jack-o'-lanterns. I know that happens every year out here in Bynum. It's a nice little town. We'll show you the critters when we exit later on today. As we leave, we'll stop by a few spots and take a picture of some of those wooden critters. History's disappearing because I don't know how long they'll be able to keep those critters going. Some of them are already falling in driveways or in people's front yards. And he's passed away now, so he's not making any more critters. But the Bynum Bridge, though, it's people can spray paint on it and do spray paint art. And we'll go check it out next, guys. And then we're going to do a little fishing and see if we can't catch something. White bass are in this area. Down below us, like I say, Lake Jordan. And we're in the town of Bynum right now. Bynum Bridge. We have been here before, or I went with my daughter out here. She don't like to do too much hiking. She don't like to get hot and nasty too much. But like I say, we had a scheduled kayak trip out here that we rented some kayaks and did a guided kayak trip out here. Now, that's an old wooden bridge right path there. Can y'all see that good? See, look at that. What a cool find. That's the mill race that goes back up in there to that pump station in the distance. Right up there. This is the famous Bynum Bridge. We're going to attempt to fly the drone before the winds pick up too much today. We got a big storm system or a cold front coming through shortly, and we got some high chances of thunderstorms this afternoon. And then tomorrow we got a that front pushing through, and it's going to bring severe weather in our area, or a chance of it. But the winds are picking up, so we'll attempt to fly the drone and get that put up for some shots. But this here is unique, and we're hoping to do some fishing and catch some fish. We've never caught white bass, but they're in here. Look at that. Now you got power lines that run through over here. But there she sits, guys. Way in the distance over there, that's the bypass. That's the bypass highway. And they stopped using this bridge in '99. And now it's pedestrian use only. There is a historical marker on this bridge somewhere. I believe I am coming up on it. I don't know. It's probably the end of it. Now there's some islands out here. And then you just keep walking on this bridge, and it's pretty cool, man. Look at that. It's just a neat find if you're out in the area. What the heck? And right there's the Hall River. With the eyes, you can see the old Bynum Dam in the distance. There's carp in this river. There's largemouth bass, crappie, channel cats, white bass. They supposedly, during the spring, they come up into here from Lake Jordan. And of course, you know, Lake Jordan's formed from damming the Hall River. It's a beautiful day, though. Now, it's a long bridge. Alright, when I get to the end of this thing, I'll show you the historical marker. There it is, guys. The historical marker is here. Right there she sits. 1922. So yeah, 1922. It's 806 feet long. It's got 19 spans in it, is what they call it. It is considered the longest unaltered reinforced concrete T-beam bridge in North Carolina. It used to be the main road between Pittsburgh and Chapel Hill, and it closed to vehicles in 1999. And it's now just walking, biking, community events. National Register of Historic Places in 2020. Now, before this bridge was built, there was a 1879, there was a covered wooden bridge that ran across this area. We saw part of some old wooden structure, but I don't know if that would be it or not. So yeah, there was a covered bridge out here. It's gone now though, guys, but that's interesting. So most of the hiking trail out here is going to be on your, if you're looking downriver from here, it's going to be on your left side of the river. There are some on the right, but not as much. And then down there they have there's a little bit of hiking trail there, and some seats. All right, guys. What a cool find. But it's our first time that me and my son, Ethan's been here. He's 18 now, getting ready to graduate high school, so things are changing rapidly. Tell you what, and some of the places we visited have already been drastically changed or non-existent. Some of the historical finds and things way up in the woods. But check it out, guys, one more time. All right, so up next will be some hiking along the trail and fishing here and there, and see what we come up with as far as catching them. Gosh, I don't know if you're just gonna pick it up. There's an eagle. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Flying. Probably not. All right, we found an eagle flying above us here at the bridge. That's a really cool. So yeah, eagles are out here. And remember, they have Eagle Fest at Lake Jordan in the winter. A lot of eagles come in to North Carolina, migratory eagles along with the permanent ones, and they are near the dam area every winter in January. It's just tons of eagles. They've been doing Eagle Fest for about 2 years now at Lake Jordan, so look for that in the winter months. There's the mill race on this side we drove to where the dam is. It would push water in that mill race. Woo. But the portage, you would get out here and go around this dam. You had to portage your kayaks to go around. See? Oh, yep. In the summer, it's hard to come out here because it's overgrown a lot. Be careful, because somebody said there was a couple snakes out here as we were coming up. There's the Hall River. Be careful through here. There's the dam. that's one big island right in there. And then of course it pumps through the mill race. Be careful, buddy. Oh gosh. But then the mill race goes back up into here. But yeah, man, it's pretty cool that we're able to stand up here. Be careful around that hole. From above the dam, you can launch them in right in here, and of course you have to go up river and paddle up river. And the dam, literally the water and the dam's right over there, so, and that's the bypass bridge in the distance. And then see there's the portage. You exit out here. If you're going to continue downriver, you got to exit out here and go around the pump station and back into the river below the dam. But we gotta be careful because snakes are out, folks. They're slowish and sluggish though, but they're out. Another view. And the dam's over there and the bypass in the distance. And then that's the concrete wall we were on, standing right there. The stone wall of the old mill race. So this is where you take out 1 or 2 locations, and then you walk to the nice gravel parking lot that they have. So that's your setup for the Bynum access area as far as kayaking. So the only thing left we're doing is we took a picture of a critter, but the guy's house, Clyde's house, we did find, it looks like maybe his family's living there or something, and but a lot of his critters are gone. There's still some artwork left there, but not as many as you see on Google Images. His whole house was decorated with tons of critters that he made, but a lot of them have been donated and sold off. And then we're back at the pump station wall. And then up here, the short walk to the parking lot. We'll show you that briefly when we get. A little changing area, get out your wet clothes. And then it talks about the bald eagle and osprey. We've already seen the eagle flying, and then a lot of osprey, river otters. So yeah, lots of plant species out here too. But the lot again, nice lot. That's what the critters kind of look like. We got a few pictures we'll try to put on there. I don't know if you can see them good or not. Isn't that cool, guys? This is where Clyde lived. See? And that's all the postcards and drawings that people brought from all over the place that came to visit. Clyde Jones, Critter Art. There it is, guys. Pretty house. But anyway, we wanted to share. His house is definitely decorated. He will be missed in the community. And see how the house is decorated? But that's where Clyde Jones lived, guys. Well, we did find this cable. Metal beam, trunk shaped beam. There's a cable that actually runs all the way across the river to the other side. And there's another cable. I don't know if y'all can see that, but way over there it goes. See? What do y'all think about that? It looks like they used to take something, roll something over the river a long time ago. And then we found a sign that said this used to be Duke Forest before it became the natural areas property. But other than that, now the trail's nice. See what it looks like. No, nothing wrong with the trail. We're not wanting to do a lot of hiking today because we've been doing a lot of hiking lately. We're tired. Trail's nice, well kept. The problem is bank access is next to nothing as far as fishing out here. Bynum area access of this area is a no-go for bank fishing. Limited. There's a few spots, okay, but very limited. We'll have to find somewhere else to do some bank fishing. Enough. We did drive down to Robeson Creek access of the Hall River, where it goes into Lake Jordan. So the Robeson Creek access, not the kind of bank fishing we were hoping for, because we would want to throw lures. But good parking spot, good spot to launch your kayak or small watercraft, yes. And then, you know, there's some people who are catfishing the bank. The bank has some drop off. But back there is what it looks like. Robeson Creek access. So I guess we've officially been to Lake Jordan State Park. State Park boundary we did hike right up to. And then that's the creek. And as you see, there's the Hall River. And then it goes into the lake down that way. The banks are steep. Pretty much unfishable in this area right this second. So a period for us, for lures. So I don't know. There's people that fish the Hall River from the bank getting on rocks and stuff. But we don't have the areas identified yet. So, Sykes Fall, there is river park and all that. You can access it. Right here's the kayak launch. Steps going into Robeson Creek, and it goes into the hall. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, share, comment. And we'll catch you on the next adventure.